Hey guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today is a very special video for so many reasons. Because first of all, it's by Don McLean. We're gonna react to American Pie. This video, or this singer basically, is the first singer that we started our channel with. Our first video was Vincent by this guy. And please don't go watch that video. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna put a link or anything, even though it was, I think, like 3 months ago, but I think we recorded that like a little bit ahead of time. But anyway, it's so cringy. It's so bad.
Yeah, I didn't
The
have
quality,
the microphone.
the lighting, the sound, and us, so awkward. So I was like, I honestly, I think you just said that too, that we could not watch that video ourselves. I watch our videos a lot, like because I want to like double check everything is fine now, but that one I could not get through after we uploaded that. Like now that I go back to, it's like
Yeah, every time I see that
I
the
don't know how
views
you
are
feel.
going higher and higher, I'm like, no, don't watch it.
I'm like, stop watching that. But I kind of don't want to delete that because I want to like have it like so when we first started, like versus like a few months ago versus like, for example, a year from now, to kind of see the difference. I think that's kind of nostalgic to keep it there. But anyway, so we're going to do American Pie. This video and this song I know, and I actually made a video about it, made a series about like this, what is means, like about all the people that he's talking about. So I can put a link on that. It was a while ago, so honestly I don't remember everything. I remember I was so overwhelmed when I decided to do this video because this song, as you're gonna see, it has a lot of symbols in the lyric and a lot of references to a lot of different like political events, cultural events, basically the history of the US like throughout the years. And even though I think this song came from the 70s, so it's like refers to a lot of things that happened before, and it was so overwhelming for me that I remember I went to record it one day, and it was so much that I changed my mind. I came back home. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. It's too much. And then once I kind of took a break, I was like, okay, let me just not, because I mean, I didn't grow up here, so I didn't know everything. And then the more I read about it, the more complicated it was getting. So I decided to just go with like the biggest references and like the biggest symbols that are like kind of more important or whatever. But then if you want to go like read, there was like, I found like 13-14 pages of articles like about the meaning of this. So it has a lot of references. I just want to prepare you. But let's just go watch it. I don't want to like explain to you what it's about, but then if you need help, I can help you with that. Have you heard the name of this song?
I think I've heard, because that's such a familiar name for me to hear. But I don't
really?
think I've
Maybe because of
ever
the pie.
heard it or watched
The
it.
chorus is the most famous part.
Okay.
That bye bye Miss American Pie. So maybe you've heard that
maybe
before, but maybe, yeah. But then I don't think about the whole song. So let's go.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride, but something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. did you write the book of love? And do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. Do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronc and buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck. But I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die.
So far, because this was a song that honestly I would just like sing along the chorus, and a lot of people would do that without knowing what it means. And even though that I know the meaning, that is kind of sad, but also like a lot of like references like included, I still cannot like stop myself from like jumping with it, because it's such a nice like an uplifting melody, and then the piano, and then all the drums that is happening in the chorus, it's very like catchy. So yeah, what do you think so far?
I love the first part, that was so like more sad a little, and also I've heard in the middle of that part, between two lines, a piano just came like,
Yeah,
and
like
it felt so jazzy and so nice, and his voice is also very nice.
Yeah,
very, very
nice. I love his voice, and I love his songwriting. Even though like I did that video, I still don't know all the symbolic meanings or all the references, because now that I was listening, I was like, oh, okay, I have to go like read everything again. His songwriting is so like beyond like the normal things that you see, because there's so much thought in it, and then yeah, he's just like, I don't know, it's like a very educated songwriting. That's how I can describe it. But
now for 10 years we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone. But that's not how it used to be. When the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean, and a voice that came from
these are all references to like musical stuff.
Oh, and while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned. No verdict was returned. And while Lenin read a book on Marx, the quartet practiced in the park, and we sang dirges in the dark. The day the music died, we were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Helter skelter in the summer swelter, the birds flew off with a fallout shelter. 8 miles high and falling fast, it landed foul on the grass. The players tried for a forward pass, with the jester on the sidelines in a cast. Now the halftime were clenched in fists of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan's spell. And as the flames climbed high into the night to light the sacrificial rite, I saw Satan laughing with delight the day the music.
And then it goes to the chorus. Because it's a long song, I want to like give you some time to kind of breathe in between. So you don't lose your focus. Yeah. And it's just a lot. It's just, there's a lot happening, honestly. It's like the first time I heard this song, I was like, what? Like, I mean, aside from the chorus, and then when I was reading the lyrics, I would not understand a word. So I don't blame you, and I'm not expecting you get it. I can like tell you like a little summary at the end, but I want to see like what do you like about the music?
I like two things. First of all, even though I don't know the backstory of, I think 99% of the
I know, yeah,
references that he
yeah.
gives, but I don't feel that I'm not be able to understand the feeling behind it, and
Okay.
yeah, because I don't feel that there is a wall and I can get through it and enjoy really the music, because I don't know the backstory, and I cannot feel anything about it. And also sometimes he does a shaking thing with his voice. I've never maybe seen in a that a singer do some ornament like that just shakes. I don't know. In so many places he does that, and it feels so nice and so beautiful. I really love the parts.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the melody that he chooses to sing the lyrics with, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And not it has so many up and downs, so you don't feel like, oh, okay, for the 10,000th time is this
Yeah,
melody.
exactly.
And it's every time different, and also when he eats the same, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, wow, that's cool.
He was singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die.
This part, the upcoming part, is my
I
favorite.
met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. I went down to the sacred store where I'd heard the music years before, but the man there said the music wouldn't play. And in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried and the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The church bells all were broken, and the three men I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they caught the last train for the coast the day the music died. And they were singing, bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. They were singing, bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die.
That was it.
I can so imagine that the chorus, I never heard the chorus, by the way.
Oh, really? Okay.
The chorus is so like a thing, and so many people knows it, and so many people would sing with it if there is a live concert, or in every parties, or any I don't know if they put this in
I think it's more
every
I don't know actually, like maybe in karaoke or like, but I remember whenever like in like a cafe or like in a bar, like when they play this music, everybody starts singing with the chorus because that's
it's
that's
hard
the easy
to
part.
Sing.
It's a very catchy chorus, but then once you like go and learn about like what the verses mean, what they mean, even the chorus has a lot of like symbolic like references, then you like appreciate it in like such a different level. And I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know all the references first of all, and I forgot some of the ones that I already looked up, but the general like story of it is, it's talking about, remember he said like the February he was delivering paper, so he was like a teenage boy and he was a paper boy, the ones that like they throw the newspaper in front of people's houses. And that a day in February 1959 the plane crash happened, and three of the really like famous musicians of that time, Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and Richie Valens, they were killed in that plane crash. And they were really like, I mean, they were so young, like one of them was even I think 17 or 18, and the other two were like early 20s. But even in those such young ages, they were really like well known. They had really hit songs. They had really bright futures in music, in rock and roll. But then unfortunately their lives cut short, and then we never know what could have happened. And to him, that was the day the music died, right? So it's like his that's why he and then the other references were like just so many. Like it was a reference to I think Bob Dylan, the girl at the end that she was talking about, I met a girl that she sang blues, I think he's talking about Janis Joplin. And I think so. If I'm not, I'm gonna put it down here. It was a reference to Elvis, and then it was references to like Rolling Stones in the UK, because they kind of took over in the 60s, the Beatles and Rolling Stones. And then I think like because these three guys were American, so they were like the future of American rock and roll. But then with them like passing away, like the 60s were kind of like the takeover of Beatles and Rolling Stones and like the UK bands. So they kind of took over the music of the world. I mean, if you're just generally speaking. But then, and then when I posted that video, a lot of people were like, yeah, but music did not die, obviously. Like a lot of, it was just like, yeah, I know. But it was just talking to him because it could have been so different. And then there was, I guess, so many references in that. I'm trying to remember what he was talking about. But he was talking about like the bar that he would like drive in. So I kind of like, I don't want to first of all talk, but you guys can go check it up. Obviously, it's all like Wikipedia like information, but it's also gonna be such a long video if we keep talking about that. But I really want you to like, I wanted you to like watch it for the first time, and if you're interested, you can go out, or like we can go and like look it up, the meanings together, because it's such a beautiful song, and it kind of like reminds me of a little bit of classical music, because with classical music usually like you cannot hear everything, you cannot figure out everything the first listen, especially if you're not familiar. And this was something that was not familiar to me, like the reference. So the more I go like think about it and read about it, the more I understand, and hence the more I enjoy it. So it's kind of like that, like unraveling or like unfolding all the mystery to me. That's like so amusing to me, and then I enjoy doing that. And once I get there, it feels like I earned the right to enjoy this song. It feels like that. So that's why it kind of gives me that feeling. That's why I'm interested to go like and now look more, and then kind of remind myself, and also like learn about the references or symbols that I didn't know. But yeah, that was it, and I'm glad that you sat down with me and listened to that.
Yeah, and when you said classical, it reminded you of classical music. I thought you meant with the tempos, because it was like starting slow, get fast, and then again
that
ended
too
slow,
maybe, because yeah, it was like different
the
sections,
classical
dude.
music.
Yeah, but I meant like just
So many pieces.
like getting to the point that you understand
Yeah.
it. That's what I meant. Yeah. But also that was fun. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you drop your comments if you know the meaning. I mean, you don't have to write long comments, but if you like know some references that you feel like, oh, those are kind of like interesting, you know, and you can let us know. I would love to read your comments and learn more. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you want to support us more, there is a buy me a coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.